Welcome to the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. This evening, it's the Oak Park Okies and the North Kansas City Lady Hornets. Hi, everyone. I'm Joe Van Amberg along with the Hall of Famer Michael Watson. And Michael, what a way to start our doubleheader here today. Oak Park and North Kansas City. Two teams that have started off the season well, struggling a bit late, trying to find their stride here at this point in the season.
Yeah, you said it, trying to find their stride right now before the playoffs come. But whenever you have two teams who play within district, you're in for a good matchup.
Well, let's take a look at our players to watch. First for Oak Park, Kiera Ross.
Yeah, Kiera Ross, she is having a wonderful season so far. You see her numbers on the year, over 13 points and 3 assists. Broke the single season record for three-pointers made. So look for her to have a big impact here on the road tonight.
And on the other side for North Kansas City, Macy Willman.
Yeah, Macy Willman. You know this name around Kansas City, averaging nearly 15 points a game. Inside-out player. I love her action. Also, how she plays on the defensive end. But she is a big key for the Hornets.
Well, it's Oak Park and North Kansas City. Big rivalry game here in late February. The teams have split the even season series. Who will win tonight? We'll find out next. And welcome back, Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. The lights are out as they're getting ready to introduce North Kansas City. Mentioned these teams have already met twice this season, so this is the third matchup. They split the series. This has been a series dominated by North Kansas City over the years. In fact, going back on the Mission website, North Kansas City leads the overall series 33-3. They've absolutely dominated, but Oak Park trying to turn things around, getting that win. But Michael, you know, we talked about both teams trying to find their stride. Both teams dealing with a lot of injuries late in the season, so a lot of younger players getting a chance to play on the varsity level. What kind of an impact can that have at this point in the season?
Well, you got to throw them in the fire and make sure they are ready to play. Both teams have a few young players that are getting a lot of clock, especially at the end of the year. So it bodes well heading into district play and then hopefully downstate.
Yeah, talk about North Kansas City. They've been dealing with some injury issues here as of late. Oak Park, they at one point were considered one of the top teams in the Kansas City area, but losing a couple of key players throughout the season has really kind of made them struggle just a little bit, kind of going on a bit of a losing skid. They snapped that the other night, so they've got a win under their belt, but now trying to get another win against a very good North Kansas City team.
Absolutely, and they're very well coached from the head coach to the assistants. Couple of old Missouri Western, Mo West, former basketball players, assistant coaches. So good to see those guys out there, and crowd starting to file in here at North Kansas City High School.
As you see, Delisha Anderson in her third season, was hired in September for the 2022 basketball season, won 4 games first year, but then 16 games in year number 2, and they're already near that total here this year as Oak Park will start with the basketball as Crutchlow for 2.
Oh, man, waste no time. That probably was the quickest bucket in Spectrum News history, well, at least this season.
So now Macy Willman, who is one of our players to watch, with the basketball. Side, that's Newton. This is Timmermeyer. Trying to find Jones underneath, out of bounds. Ball is back to Oak Park.
Yeah, good look initially. Jones just kind of stopped short. Turned that one over to Oak Park.
Xavier Brown, in his second year as head coach, was the 2023-2024 Suburban Red Division Coach of the Year. Park University grad in his second season, worked his way up through the program, and now really was impressed with the group last year buying in and trying to take that next step here this year.
Man, it is definitely a labor of love at the high school level, getting players to understand the system, to buy in, and to show you the results.
And a foul against Oak Park on the rebound from Newton. That is D.D. Newton, first team all-conference player last year.
Yeah, we got a chance to watch her play last season as well. Does a great job on the glass. Really the post presence, but I love it when she steps outside a few times to knock down that mid-range jump shot as well.
North Kansas City fell to Park Hill 58-35 in their last game. As a traveling violation, we'll give it back to Oak Park. And, you know, Coach talked about girls competed really well in that game, but, you know, turnovers were a big key for them. And trying to avoid those turnovers here today. And right there, a traveling violation. Not right what they wanted here in this game.
You have to take care of the basketball and value every possession. It's just the little things at the high school level that coach is talking about. Here's a steal out top.
Willman's got a 2-on-1. She'll take it herself. Tie game.
The left hand on the break. Nice finish for Willman.
We'll see Macy Willman getting the bucket as Carissa Davis the other way. Missed it. Newton has the rebound. Look out, this is Holly Barlow in the corner. Inside, Dee Newton. The turn. Off the mark. And rebound to Carter.
Yeah, nice move, and they got to get it over. Yeah, you see Coach, they got to get over. Backcourt count is still on.
That's Ross. Ross, who's been one of their most prolific scorers this season. She is dangerous from beyond the arc as Cutchlow inside for two.
Oh, that was a nice look from Ross to Cutchlow. The shortest person on the floor, cutting back door for the layup.
As Timmermeyer in the corner. As Jones for the free throw line, off the mark. Barlow the rebound, inside, Willman for two.
That was a great job, great cut by Willman. Constantly moving without the basketball, hitting that one to go and tying it up at 4.
So Oak Park, their last matchup, lost to Park Hill on Friday, 74-53. But talked about a lot of young girls getting to play out of position and really hoping that's going to continue to prepare them for districts and also into next year.
It definitely will as Ross, she pulls a 3 and knocks it down off the dribble. Ross said, give me some, I need 3 of them.
Kira Ross, such a good three-point shooter. We talked about one of the leading scorers for this Oak Park team. It's Barlow, led by Jerry. Barlow, tough jumper.
Nice jump shot from the free throw line. Both teams seem to be clicking offensively early on.
It's Kira Ross again, looking to shoot the 3 whenever she's got an opportunity.
Absolutely, we talked about it in the open, broke the season 3-point makes for Oak Park.
Scary. Barlow about had a steal. Carter. Gary again. Tried to go inside to Davis.
Let's take a look at Ross. Talked about what she can do. Right here off the screen, steps back. No one comes out, and she knocks it down for Oak Park.
This is Davis inside. Can't get it to go. Davis will try again. And one.
Man, what a battle down low between Davis and Newton. Davis initially catches it off the inbounds, misses, stays with it, gets her own rebound, and goes right back up strong. Newton with the foul. She'll go to the line and try to complete the 3-point play.
She does. And the team's leading scorer gets another big bucket. And don't look now, but Oak Park with a 4-point advantage. Inside, Jones the spin. Can't get it to fall. But North Kansas City will try again. Inside, Jones, no. And Davis has the board.
Davis controlling the paint down there. It's Oak Park pushing it in transition.
Davis from the free throw line doesn't go. Rebound out of bounds, and will stay with Oak Park. Ross to inbound.
Oh, steal off the inbound. So easy.
Barlow ahead to Willman. Willman, side Jones. Two-pointer.
Pushing the tempo. Willman drawing the defense. Nice drop off to Jones for 2, and North Kansas City cutting the lead down to 2.
It's Carter. This is Ross. Inside Davis. Fouled. She almost had another hand one.
Let's take a look at the last play, the coast-to-coast. The steal on the inbounds. Kick ahead to Willman, and she knows what to do with it. Taking it to the middle of the floor, drawing the defense, dropping it off, and I love the control by Jones for the finish.
Now Carissa Davis back to the line. Been leading the team in multiple categories. She's their leader in points per game, rebounds. She's been averaging a double-double at times this year, too, and also team's best free throw shooter by percentage. And only an underclassman, so. And she gives Oak Park a 4-point advantage here late in the first quarter. It's Barlow. Led by Gary. Yaya Newton. Left hand doesn't go. Rebound. Willman. Yes.
Great job by Willman staying with it after the miss.
It's Davis. Cutchlow. Nice save. Ross inside, tough shot, missed it. Bouncing around, goes right back to Ross.
Yeah, she's looking to line up that 3 any chance she gets.
Three-pointer, Carter, short. Willman will bring it up the floor.
Ooh.
Willman all the way for 2.
Oh, don't hurt it, Willman. Oh my goodness, the right to left crossover with the floater. Put her on your highlight package then.
Davis off the mark. Gary the rebound. The fade. No. Loose ball, and Gary able to gather it. Cutchlow with the hustle. Ross, 3! And a timeout as Willman hit the deck hard. And
yeah, before she took the blow, take a look at this right to crossover. Come here. Where you going? Ooh, excuse me. The cross, you reach, I teach with the floater and the finish. And then the other end, Ross doing what she does. Boom, knocking it down from deep.
See Yaya Newton with the basketball now. This is Willman. Newton inside, left hand.
That left side was wide open for Newton. Good job not settling for 3, taking that in for the bucket.
Cutchlow with it now. Gary. Final minute of this first quarter as here's Ross. Doesn't get the floater. North Kansas
get back on defense. Transition is so important. North Kansas City wants to run.
Barlow. Jones. Spin taken by Cutchlow.
Good defense by Cutchlow coming off her man. Get that steal.
Nisi Cutchlow with some big plays here early. Final 18 seconds of the first. Ross. Inside Davis.
And 1. That's Davis's new name, and 1. That's what she has a couple of already in the first quarter. North Kansas City just loses track of her. Watch this backdoor. Ross picks her dribble up. Just loses track. She stays moving, takes the contact, and the finish.
Big smile on her face. She's had a great start. One of their standout freshmen. Gives them a lot of second and third chances. Really stepped up to this role of being one of their primary scorers. Final 10 seconds here. Willman will have it. Oak Park with a 4-point lead with 3. Willman with 2. Step back 3, no. And Oak Park with a 4-point lead after the first quarter. And what a performance we've seen from multiple players so far, Michael.
Absolutely. The girls have come to play. The ladies, I'm so sorry, have come to play here tonight. Both teams kind of filling each other out and offensively getting it done.
The Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. Well, Michael, you've seen the first quarter now. Any adjustments you want either team to make at this point?
Well, I think we talked about it a little bit. Have to take care of the basketball. You got to value those possessions really for both teams, especially Oak Park playing on the road. They've done a good job coming out to this early 4-point lead, but we know North Kansas City, battle-tested, even though they're young, will come out in this second quarter, will play well, will take care of the basketball, but you also have to identify and know where Ross is at all times for Oak Park. We saw her knock down a couple of threes in that first quarter.
Yeah, very impressive. And the stars have come out here. We've seen Ross on Oak Park. We've seen Willman for North Kansas City, both of them putting on a show in that first quarter. What will the second quarter bring? Is you see Macy Willman there, a little shaken up there for a brief moment, but she seems to be fine now, so great news for North Kansas City.
Yeah, she took a blow to the head, kind of shook her up a little bit. She sat on the floor as Ross knocked down that three, but able to hop back up. She's still in the game. Shout out to the DJ. You hear those tunes. I'm telling you, it's a couple of places we go every season, and the DJ kills it. North Kansas City is one of those places.
Hey, give a shout out to the DJ. Everybody's working hard this evening.
That's it. Don't bump the DJ table.
As Timmermeyer taken away by Ross. 3-on-2. Oh, nice feed inside Davis.
Oh, man, that was a beautiful secondary fast break. The big trailing that play that time, and no one picks her up. Able to sneak in for the bucket.
Yeah, in case you didn't hear us earlier, Davis is a freshman.
Yeah.
And already playing at such a high level as McGinnis's shot off the mark. Cutchlow bringing it up the floor. Cut inside, Butler. Just checked into the game off balance, doesn't go. Willman. This is Newton. Yaya Newton, skip pass, Barlow.
Oak Park back in 2-3 zone. Oh, who cares what you're in? I'm gonna knock it down from deep. And she does just that at the top of the key.
Willman from downtown. 3-point Oak Park lead. As Ross, guarded closely by Barlow.
When you're a shooter, and look at Newton coming through with the steal, all alone, coast to coast. And she finishes playing superb defense out at the top of the key in a quick timeout for the Okies. Take a look at the last bucket by Willman. No one comes out to her, and that 2-3, and she lines it up and knocks it down from deep. Then the last possession, Newton coming through with the steal, got the smile on her face as she's going down there. This is wide open. She said, if this rim was 8 feet, I would have windmill. I'm telling you. That's what I would have been doing.
Would you have windmilled that one?
Absolutely. I would have 360'd against the grain with one hand. Let's take a look right here. She took the dunk step. She was thinking about it, and she said, you know what? We're on TV. I don't want to embarrass myself. My mama's watching. My sister's on the bench. I'm going to just go ahead and lay this up.
Well, you see Coach Xavier Brown, and he's got to like his teams, continuing to battle. Oak Park got out to the early lead, but North Kansas City just kind of hanging around right now. And both these young teams seem like they're playing at a very high level right now.
Absolutely, and they're getting it done on the defensive end. That's one thing you can preach. Shots are not going to always fall for either team, but one thing you can control is how hard you play on the defensive end, and we've seen a couple of steals by North Kansas City so far in this first half.
We'll see how Oak Park responds after the timeout. They've got the 1-point lead. Ross has been a big part of that as she drives inside. And out of bounds to North Kansas City. So another defensive stop.
Try to force the issue that time, but comes up short.
Now North Kansas City, another opportunity. This is a team last year that finished 21-7, lost their second game in districts, but not bad for Coach Xavier Brown. His first year getting 20 wins and kind of building his program here and trying to take that next step, make it a little farther in the district tournament, maybe make a little state run. And a lot of talent on both of these basketball teams as there's a foul. Fouls on Butler. Butler is another freshman getting a lot playing time. Do not be surprised, folks, if you're hearing a lot of underclassmen getting some playing time, as we talked about with the injuries. But it's such a talented group of underclassmen for both of these teams that we're getting to see. Willman had it taken away. Ross. And a foul. And this may be against Barlow.
Yeah, Ross trying to stay aggressive on the offensive end. We talked about her in the opening, about what she can do, especially from beyond the arc. And we know North Kansas City understands that as well. Staying aggressive. You talked about a lot of young players, but got to show some love to the assistant. That one is a turnover by Oak Park, but Coach Ronnie Powell, he runs the Real Dream Chasers organization at the basketball club here in the Northland area. They do a great job of developing young talent, both on the boys and girls sides, and his assistant coach as well, Anthony Tyler, part of that program. So coming through in the Northland with the young players.
Willman. Carter's got a hand in her face now because she hit that three just a few moments ago. Jones underneath. Willman. Barlow three. Bounces out. Cutchlow the rebound.
That was halfway down.
Side Davis.
Oh, defense by Newton. Quick hands causing the turnover.
Willman for three in the lead.
Yes! No, she didn't! On the break, you backing up. You gonna take this one. Oh my goodness. 14 first half points and right back. Ain't cheating, Ross with the three. That's what I'm talking about. You know this is right up my alley. Shoot as many threes as possible.
Michael Watson, known for his three-point shooting back in his heyday.
35 years ago.
As Jones with the miss, and here comes Davis the other way. Ross out there again. She'll try again. Just off, out of bounds to North Kansas City.
Well, it's been snowing all week, but it's been raining threes in here tonight. Willman on the break. I mean, that was a good challenge right there. Still able to knock it down. And then Ross coming through on the other end said, you know what? I'm a match you.
So the back-to-back threes have given Oak Park the one-point lead once again. Willman thought about it. Timmermeyer for three. Off the back iron. Loose ball. Ooh. And Jones fighting for it out of bounds to Oak Park. And Jones is down.
Yeah, she took a hard fall, diving at that loose ball, headed out of bounds, and came down on her side, looked like.
And you hope that she'll be okay. We talked about both teams are really battling through some injury trouble right now, and both teams have lost some key players, and see Coach Brown over there with Jones, and really do hope that she's going to be okay as the North Kansas City bench kind of looking on right now, and some of the players huddled. And you know, Jones has played an outstanding game so far, and we've just had an outstanding back and forth game. Coach Anderson's really got to like what she's seen out of her girls and just kind of the response, because sometimes, you know, team goes on a run, how does the young team respond? And Oak Park so far doing a nice job of that.
They are, and credit to their leadership, their head coach and assistant coaches. Ross as well, keeping them in with what she can do offensively. But Jones still down. Let's take a look in the huddle of Oak Park. That's Ronnie Powell on the left, Anthony Tyler, the tall one, and then the head coach right in the middle. Oh, yeah, there she is. And it's North Kansas City's huddle. It's look like they're helping Jones up down there. Her dad came out in the court. That's my baby. You never too old to have your parents come on the floor. Telling you, I was a pro, and if I got hurt, my mom was on the side. I'm like, Mama, sit down, please. You're embarrassing me.
Well, Maury Jones, she's in a lot of pain right now.
She is.
And one of the team captains as well. Really does a nice job of taking care of business on the floor. One of the team's bruisers. So, you know, it's like she will be missed if she's not able to return, but we hope that she is able to get back in this game and is able to recover. And basketball is a physical game.
Really
no doubt
is.
about it. It's Ross. Oak Park getting the basketball after the injury timeout.
Oh.
Davis tried for another and one. Almost living up to that nickname you've got for her, Michael.
Miss and one. She was going for it for sure. She'll go to the line, shoot two.
Well, Oak Park right now seems like they've got this good combination of Davis on the inside and Ross on the outside, just dominating these areas on the offensive end.
Yeah, they really do. You hit it right there, that good inside-outside punch. And she misses the first free throw. Well, those two probably want to see them a little bit more pick-and-roll action and make the defense make a decision on which one they want to guard as Davis knocks down that second free throw.
It's now back to a 2-point lead for Oak Park.
As NFL wide receiver Ronnie Bell in the house. I'm sorry, take a look at it right here. As Newton comes down, just loses the handle.
Oak Park will try and build on this 2-point lead. It's Carter. Davis lost the handle. Good defense again by Newton. Timmermeyer. Willman. What a first half she's had. Barlow. Yaya Newton. Willman. Gets the bounce.
Nice. And love the way she plays. Under control, never sped up. That time able to get that one to go off the glass. Tying this up against North Kansas City.
So Ross will now bring it up for Oak Park. Gary. Davis. Inside Butler, taken away by Barlow. Barlow pushing the floor, Timmermeyer. Barlow, trying to find McGinnis. Newton has it.
Get off, 55, get out.
Willman,
Can't
wide
leave
open
her
three.
open.
Just missed. Gary the other way. Left hand, no. Carter. And Butler couldn't get it to fall. And here comes Willman the other way. Barlow, no. Timmermeyer.
Yeah, there you go. Staying with the play. Gotta love that. She knocks down that 10-foot jump shot to put the Hornets back ahead, too.
As Oak Park has led most of the way in this first half, but now North Kansas City with the lead. This is Gary. It's Butler. Inside Davis. Taken away. Good play by Willman.
Look at that on the break.
Barlow, the spin. Doesn't go. Out of bounds. And it stays with North Kansas City.
That's the one you want back. If you're North Kansas City, they had the numbers, just unable to corral it.
So Cutchlow back in the game. Gary almost had the steal, and it's out of bounds. Oak Park basketball.
That was good defensive pressure that time on the inbounds by Geary, causing that turnover.
Ross. Screen from Davis. Carter, three. Doesn't fall. And here comes Barlow. North Kansas City pushing and out of bounds. Back to Oak Park.
Yeah, good thought, but just a little too far ahead on the outlet pass.
So Oak Park will have it. Final 33 seconds of this first half. North Kansas City now with the lead. Ross step back three. Too strong. Willman. Weaving her way through the defense. Timmermeyer will try the other side. Too far. Out of bounds. Oak Park ball. See if Oak Park tries to play for the final shot. And what has been a back and forth game here in the first half. Ross with 6.
Oh, trying to backdoor Newton with the steal. Ross right back. Can she get one? No, she doesn't. Oh, man.
What a finish to the first half. It is North Kansas City with a 26-24 lead over Oak Park. After Oak Park had the lead for most of the first half, North Kansas City able to battle back. A very exciting first half. If you like three-pointers, this is the place to be. North Kansas City with a 2-point lead here at half. Now let's take a look at our Hy-Vee first half stats, and both teams shooting fairly well and, you know, pretty even in the stat categories, but how about those turnovers?
That turnovers is the difference in the game because you have less possessions if you're Oak Park, and North Kansas City is getting more shot opportunities at the board. And so haven't gone to the free throw line because they haven't needed to, getting a lot of layups and easy looks.
An exciting first half, getting ready to start the third quarter as Oak Park will start with the basketball. Touch Davis also had a big first half for Oak Park. She will try the two-pointer short. And the rebound to Newton. Yaya Newton inside McGinnis. Lost the handle. Got it back. Couldn't hang on as Oak Park with the steal.
Well, North Kansas City coming out in their first possession with the turnover. Talked about that at half. Have to value the basketball. If this stays close, it'll come down to who has the ball the most.
Gary. Touch low. She'll try the triple. No. Davis the rebound.
Oh.
Fouled again, and Davis back to the free throw line. Well, Coach talked about it, giving the team second and third chance opportunities. Second chance opportunity and a chance to tie the game now.
Because you're not securing the rebound. When the ball goes up, you're taught and you practice, find a body, put your body on it, box out, and then go and retrieve the basketball. The fundamentals is usually what comes down to wins or losses.
Davis will try and tie it here, and she does. Nothing but net. Can see why she is one of the best free throw shooters on the team. In early stages here, third quarter, this game was back and forth. In that first quarter, North Kansas City taking the halftime lead after Oak Park got out to the early lead. Three-pointer from D.D. Newton missed. Ross with the rebound. Kiara Ross. Touch low.
Need a team right now offensively seems to be in the rhythm. Ross with the fake.
And he gets to fall. Carter there for the finish.
Second chance opportunities And that time, Carter staying around it, coming up with the loose ball in the finish.
So now Oak Park back in front as Willman will try. Timmermeyer for three. Can't get it to fall. Davis with the rebound. So Ross will bring it up.
Near steal.
Davis, almost another and one.
I think that's the third personal. That is the third personal. Take a look right here. A near steal out top. And Newton Davis, she does a great job of getting position before the entry pass. Misses that first free throw. She does a lot of her work working up the lane. Davis does to get good position, to be in position to receive the ball and lay it up.
She will get one more free throw to try and extend this lead to 3. And she does just that. Again, this series this season, even at 1 apiece, Oak Park getting the win early on in the season, and then a few weeks ago it was a big win for North Kansas City. Oak Park trying to return the favor. It's Davis on the other end. Davis splits the defense, missed it.
Nice move, just unable to finish, but look at Newton pushing the rock.
Timmermeyer. Right back to Dee Newton. Plays it up the glass.
And she was in foul trouble that first half, so happy to see her back out there making an immediate impact.
Lead back to 1 now for Oak Park. Ross. A little hesitation.
Good D.
Blocked by Barlow.
Good D by Barlow. Got beat initially, stayed with the play, getting the block from behind. Good to see Jones, number 35 for North Kansas City, back in the ball game, and saw her take a fall in that first half.
It's Cutchlow. This is Gary. Woman about had a steal. Barlow knocks it out of bounds, and it will stay with Oak Park. Yeah, Mari Jones described as a bruiser. You know that someone with that kind of a...
Someone
Let's take a look at this.
Who's described as a bruiser sometimes is going to get some bruises. And last play, let's take a look at it as trying to figure out who it was off of. It'll stay with Oak Park.
It's Cutchlow.
Oh!
Splits. Too strong. Woman with the rebound. Woman all the way blocked. The last touch by North Kansas City.
That was good hands by Oak Park as Willman was coming full speed with the Euro. Ended up knocking it off her own leg.
So now Oak Park will take a timeout with 4:23 left in the third quarter, leading by 1. And this game just continues to be back and forth. Oak Park with a little bit of an edge here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're really getting it going, aren't they? Especially on the offensive end. They're taking care of the basketball, whereas North Kansas City has had a few turnovers so far. And for Oak Park, Ross hasn't gotten her shots off, but she's doing a great job of distributing and really drawing the defense because they know that she's the offensive threat for the Okies, therefore getting her teammates involved.
Well, this is an exciting game, and guess what? We got another exciting game coming up next.
This
Oak
gonna
Park
be
and
good.
North Kansas City. Just to give you all an idea, the winning streaks between these two teams, you add them together, 33 games.
Wow.
They both have been playing outstanding basketball, so we've got a great one for you right after this. And this game's been very impressive, and there you go, Michael.
Ronnie Bell, drafted by the San Francisco 49ers out of Park Hill High School, went to University of Michigan. Now he's with the Detroit Lions. Love to see. He's my favorite wide receiver in the NFL. Son of Aaron Bell, played at Raytown South and Missouri Western. Is a steal out top.
Willman, too strong. Now Oak Park with some numbers. Davis. Got it.
If it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Davis on the receiving end of those outlet passes. And that's a 5-point swing right there as Willman wide open, misses the layup. Davis gets it on the other end.
It's Barlow. This is Willman, guarded by Gary. Inside, floater, yes.
Getting it to go, and much needed for North Kansas City.
Lead back to 1 for Oak Park. There's Ross. Cutchlow. Tried to drive, lost it. And last touch by Oak Park, so North Kansas City gets it back.
We talked about it, have to take her the ball. It's a little full court pressure. D.D. Newton, just loses the handle.
Out of bounds, so turnover gives it back to Oak Park. Push it ahead, Davis running the floor. Blocked by Newton.
Give me that.
Stays with Oak Park.
I loved it, turned it over on this end, didn't hang her head, sprinted back down the floor, and just cuffs Davis's shot. Going up, love the hustle from D.D. Newton.
Out of bounds, Oak Park basketball. But Newton not making it easy for Oak Park, getting the ball to Davis right now. Cutchlow. Ross, open 3, short. Woolman the rebound.
And they're fortunate she was short. That's probably one of the cleanest looks she's gonna get all night from 3. We know she can knock them down.
Woolman. Barlow. Jones lost it. Gathered by Davis. Deep pass, too far for Ross. Out of bounds, back to North Kansas City.
Right there.
Yeah, just a little too far. I think Ross was running to the 3-point line. And we have a timeout call by North Kansas City.
So Oak Park with the 1-point lead, and Michael, you talked a little bit earlier in this quarter, turnovers have still been kind of a factor for both teams, really.
Absolutely, both teams have kind of had the turnover bug so far in this third quarter, and it's really limited their ability to get going offensively. Offense is about rhythm, timing, possessions, and if you're not able to do that, that'll show in your inability to knock down shots. But Oak Park right now, 1-point lead, but we know North Kansas City and Macy Woolman, we know what she can do. She can light it up quick.
Yeah, both these teams is playing very well. As you see the Oak Park huddle right now. And, you know, for two teams that are injury plagued right now, the young talent, it's going to be really exciting. They're exciting to watch now. It's going to be exciting to see them as they continue to grow and progress over their high school careers.
Absolutely, and getting thrown to the Wolves tonight on the varsity level, it's going to take your lumps, but you're going to learn a lot. And I know that's what coaches on both sides want, especially headed into March.
So Woolman running point. This is Jones. Now Oak Park back to a zone defense. Woolman. Inside, this is D.D. Newton. Timmermeyer. Floater. No. And Davis and Newton fighting for the rebound. And a jump ball, possession arrow to North Kansas City.
Yeah, good job by D.D. Newton. Stand with it.
Three-pointer, Barlow.
Yes. Wide open. You can't leave Barlow open anytime, and that time from the corner knocks it down.
So the sophomore, who was a first-team all-conference player last year. Big three to give North Kansas City a 2-point lead. How will Oak Park respond now? Davis will try the two.
Hey,
Davis ties the game.
Knocks it down. Wasn't even thinking about the shot initially. Says, you know what, y'all gonna respect my J. He's been dominant down low. That time stepping out right above the free throw line for the bucket.
D.D. Newton, triple team for a moment. Short on the shot, Davis with the rebound. Cutchlow.
Picked her dribble up. Can't do that against this North Kansas City team. They do a great job of playing the passing lane as we come up on a minute here to go in the third quarter.
Here's Ross. Tough shot. She is fouled, though, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Great job of drawing the defense. Take a look at the last couple of buckets for North Kansas City. And Barlow from the corner, I mean, wide open. No one rotates out to her. She's able to knock it down. And then Davis is like, hey, you're not going to guard me. I can also shoot it. As Ross will go to the line to shoot two.
Ross can't get the first one to fall. Well, Ross, you know, one of the primary scorers for this team, but with the injury, she's had to move from more of a shooting guard role to the point guard role. You've seen her bringing the ball up quite a bit, and she's still learning that position and kind of learning what it is about being a point guard while still trying to get her points as well, because they need her to score.
Absolutely.
She makes it a 1-point Oak Park lead. At the final 40 seconds as Wilman tries to step through, taken away though by Butler.
That's good defense from Oak Park. Coach Anderson for Oak Park telling them to slow it down. One shot.
Gary.
Put the ball in the hands of your best player, and that's Ross. And she's going up against Macy Wellman. High screen and roll with Davis. Turnover, Dee Newton.
So here comes Newton the other way. Barlow with 7. Barlow floats it, missed it. Cutchlow the rebound with 3. Cutchlow with 2. Cutchlow with 1. No. So Oak Park with a 1-point lead after 3. A back and forth game continues here in North Kansas City. Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News is brought to you by Hy-Vee, proud to support Greater Kansas City High School athletics. What a impressive performance, as you see, score by quarter. Very high-scoring first quarter. Both teams have cooled off at different points in the second and third quarter, and right now Oak Park with that 1-point advantage. And just we've seen both Ross, we've seen Wilman have outstanding games. We've seen Davis, seen the Newtons also kind of getting involved. You mentioned the foul trouble, though, but we are seeing, you know, the star players coming out here tonight and making an impact.
You definitely are, and that was a kind of a slow third quarter compared to the first half. Both teams need to take better care of the basketball, but we talked about it all game. It's going to come down to who has the ball last. As close as this is, shout out to the DJ again. I look good, okay? Joe looks good. We look good. North Kansas City's looking good. Oak Park's looking great. Boys game coming up after this. What more? Where would you rather be on a Friday night than hanging out with us, Joe?
I can't think of any place.
Me
I think this
neither.
Is the place.
I thought about it and nothing came to mind.
Yeah, great atmosphere at North Kansas City, doing such a wonderful job. Saw the halftime interview with Dr. Keith Jones, and what amazing things they are doing here at North Kansas City, and what a great night for a rivalry game. As Oak Park starting with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. Big screen from Butler, and then a blocking foul. Foul was on Jones. That's the third foul on Jones. So fouls may become a factor here in this fourth quarter. As Yaya Newton back into the game for North Kansas City. So they've got both Newton sisters back in. Ross. Carter tips it out.
Turnover. Well, right back.
Ross in the perfect spot there to get the ball back for Oak Park. She drives, splits.
Oh!
Almost got the and one.
And she can shoot the 3, but she can also drive the basketball. Really a complete player inside out, will take what the defense gives her that time. Saw the lane wide open, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Coach Anderson talking about only a sophomore. She will be playing basketball at the next level if she wants to. very talented sophomore for this Oak Park team. Already in double digits in scoring. And now Oak Park with a 2-point lead.
This is where the experience or lack thereof for your team will come into play at the end of the game. And that's nearly a turnover and timeout.
Well, Coach Brown not happy about that sequence, calls a timeout. Very fired up. All right, now is his team only down by 2, and you have to think maybe each of these possessions, these coaches looking at them, very important with such a tight game.
Well, it's more important to have your timeouts towards the end of the game. If you're at North Kansas City, really both teams, because it's still a close game, one possession. So those timeouts are also very valuable, and having to spend that one right there is something that you don't want to do. You've got to see the frustration on the face of the North Kansas City head coach. The band is rocking. Okay.
Yeah, very loud atmosphere here in North Kansas City as you see Oak Park. And, you know, with the way that the previous game went, North Kansas City getting a dominant win earlier on here in the second half of the season, Oak Park being able to come into North Kansas City and have a 2-point lead at this point, you just see the strides that the team has made since that last game against North Kansas City.
Absolutely, and can they piece it together this final 7-12 of the game to come away with a victory? Still a lot of time for both teams.
Macy Woolman, and one of the impact players, and she will try the 3. No. Rebound to Butler. Cutchlow will bring it up the floor. Oak Park trying to extend the advantage. Ross, step back triple. No. Rebound to Yaya Newton.
Oh, great look ahead. Didi gathers it, able to finish. And she didn't want it initially. She's like, slow it down, but great job of gathering herself and finishing with the layup.
So Didi Newton ties the game. Cutchlow, Carter, Gary. Floater doesn't go. Butler almost had the rebound, but Gary gathers it. And now a timeout for Oak Park as North Kansas City getting the bucket, tying the game. Let's take a look at that last sequence.
Well, it's a great job. Great outlet initially by Yaya Newton ahead, and Didi Newton's running the floor right there. Great job of just kind of knocking it down to get control and still able to finish.
Well, Oak Park's huddle right now, and impressive performance for them. Then you see Coach Brown over there. Again, his team's just kind of hung around right now after Oak Park got off to that strong start. But, I mean, you had players like Newton, Willman making an impact on this game. If you're Coach Brown, what have you liked about just kind of how your team's performed so far?
Well, really that they're staying close, because when you're turning the basketball over, but your girls are still competing on both ends of the floor, that's what you have to be proud of. I know you don't want to use timeouts right here at this point if you're either team, but it does give you ladies an opportunity to take a deep breath, kind of refocus and retool to try to get some separation for either team if you're able to.
So out of the timeout, 6:13 left in the game, tie game. And Oak Park with the basketball. Ross, guarded by Willman. Cutchlow with the crossover.
No shot clock in Missouri this season just yet. Oh, nice move by Ross.
Can't get it to go. Cutchlow. Davis. The spin doesn't fall. Gary with the offensive board.
Another possession. North Kansas City not securing the defensive rebound.
Cutchlow will drive. And a foul before the shot. I was on Timmermeyer, and see Coach Anderson there. Mentioned her third season, New Mexico University graduate, where she played her college basketball. It's Gary. Carter. Inside Davis, out of bounds to North Kansas City.
I thought she was going to shoot that one off the screen. I don't know if Davis was prepared. Gets called, well, gets a turnover instead.
So now North Kansas City with a chance to break the tie. It's Willman. Lob inside Newton.
Oh,
yes!
Nice job off the screen and roll. It was more of a drag screen and roll. Started on one side of the floor and finished on the other, but great catch and score by Dee Newton.
So North Kansas City now leads by 2. Ross. Carter. Davis inside, and Davis almost got another and one.
Well, take a look at this drag screen and roll. Starts on the left side. Watch Dee Newton come all the way across the floor for the catch. Great job of gathering herself and finishing.
It's now Carissa Davis, freshman, back at the line, gets the first free throw. She will get one more to attempt to tie the game and a chance to get her 20th point. She does just that.
Oh, man, she's balling, got the 20-piece cooking.
20 out of their 37 points for Oak Park belong to Carissa Davis.
Oak Park back into a 2-3 zone. Try to combat those shooters for North Kansas City.
Dee Newton, Timmermeyer. Almost taken away, but Willman gets it back. Barlow for 3. No. Newton
right
with the
there.
putback.
Right place, right time. Dee Newton saw her at the top of the key initially, but she does her work around the basket. Nice offensive board and putback.
A little over halfway through the fourth quarter. Ross off balance, can't get it to fall. Here comes Barlow.
Well, time scoring possession right now with 3:45 remaining in the game.
Timmermeyer got the 3.
Well, be quiet, Michael Watson. That's your timing, your scoring, your possession. I'm going to knock it down because I'm wide open, and that's what I do.
So all of a sudden, North Kansas City out to the 5-point lead. Ross.
Coming after a couple of turnovers for Oak Park. Oh, Davis with the back door. Nice cut and finish. The Okies not going away that easily.
Timmermeyer. This is Jones. The spin and the foul.
Well, take a look. I'm talking about slow it down, use the clock, time scoring possession. And a nice backdoor finish from Davis. I mean, for Davis, I'm sorry.
Taken away by Davis. Excuse me, that was Ross. Although taken away now by Dee Newton. Newton lost it out of bounds to Oak Park.
Just unable to track it down.
So Oak Park with the basketball. North Kansas City leads by 3. This game has been close throughout. Carter. Ross. Carter inside on Jones, missed it, and Dee Newton has the rebound.
You can see the momentum has definitely shifted for North Kansas City. Let's see if they utilize some clock on this offensive possession.
And a foul before the pass. Fouls on Carter. So Timmermeyer to inbound for North Kansas City. Dee Newton for 2.
Okay, DT! Show what you're working with.
Have the lead back to 2 possessions. And a timeout taken by Oak Park with 2:01 left in the game. And North Kansas City has got a 5-point lead here late.
And a lot of back and forth for both teams. Oak Park not doing a great job of taking care of the basketball, but watch D.D. Newton stepping in. One dribble pull up and knocking it down from the free throw line. That was a big shot and big make for Newton.
Yeah, Newton's had some big buckets throughout this game. Some big plays on defense as well. As North Kansas City fired up out of the huddle trying to finish this game off. Coach Anderson hoping that her young team can make one more run here late to come away with a victory on the road. It's Ross with the basketball. Ross, floater, missed it. Newton with the rebound. D.D. Newton.
Coach telling her, slow it down, get it back, run a set, use some clock right here.
Newton from the free throw
line.
Oh,
Coach, I got your clock right here. This is what I do. Knocking it down again, and that's the shot where the coach is like, no, 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 no. Great shot. I believed in you the whole time, never doubted you.
As Butler and Oak Park trying to find an answer, blocking foul against North Kansas City. Jones does not agree with the call. So now the freshman Emmeline Butler, who is also a JV player, getting some varsity time, getting more varsity time with the injuries, and the freshman with a chance to cut into this lead. First one goes.
Free throws are big right now. Still a 2-possession game, but every point counts.
So Butler. The second one, that also falls. So the lead back to 5. As Carter comes back in for Butler. So 3/4 court pressure from Oak Park. Barlow get it across. D.D. Newton.
Using some clock right here. Got to get some pressure if you're Oak Park. Just can't allow them to dribble around.
Willman seems content on doing just that right now.
Yeah, you got a foul right now, 50 seconds.
And that is the 3rd team foul, so Oak Park still has 2 to give before North Kansas City shooting free throws. So timeout for North Kansas City with 49 seconds left, and North Kansas City trying to finish off this comeback victory here against Oak Park. Oak Park leading most of the way, but North Kansas City able to come back here in the 4th quarter, take the lead, and now they're managing a lead.
Absolutely. That's when the time scoring possession that I was talking about earlier comes into play. You got to know when you need to score and when you don't. If you're wide open for a layup, of course, make the layup, but there's no need to force it. Make Oak Park foul you, step to the free throw line, knock it down, put the game on ice.
Well, we've seen some big players make some big-time plays. How about D.D. Newton? What a second half especially she has had.
D.D. came to play tonight. Foul trouble in the first half, but she's made up for it here in the second half. Great job, catch and finish. And what I love, showing the outside range as well. Knocking down a couple of jump shots. Probably when Coach didn't want her to shoot it, but she said, Coach, I'm going to make it do what it do. 12 points right now and trying to close out this win.
See D.D. Newton right there Big second half, part of the reason that North Kansas City has this 5-point lead is Willman guarded by Cutchlow. And then a foul on Cutchlow. So Oak Park has one more foul to give. Willman.
Got to get a foul. You got to get up and back into a zone, but Coach Anderson is telling them to foul, but they're playing it out. And Ross finally does foul. That's a lot of time off the clock.
Second foul on Ross. And now Macy Willman in first-team All-Conference, team's leading scorer, their best free throw shooter. Coach called her Miss Do-It-All. Orchestrates the offense, and seen what an impact player she has been throughout this game. Hit some big threes earlier in this one. A rare miss from the free throw line. Second one, bounces home.
Gets it to go.
So Oak Park will push the floor. Cutchlow, three, doesn't go. Rebound, Yaya Newton, and a foul. And North Kansas City going to the free throw line.
Well, Ross kind of cooled off here in the second half after having a really solid first half, especially from long range. Unable to find that distance here in the second half.
So Yaya Newton's first free throw goes. Newton, a dual sport athlete, also runs track and makes the second free throw as well. Coach talked about she could be a college basketball player too if she wants to, but track may be her forte. We'll see. She may have options for both as it's out of bounds. And a timeout for Oak Park with 22 seconds left, and North Kansas City starting to pull away here in the final seconds.
Yeah, not a lot of 8-point plays unless it's MTV Rockin' Jock. Do you remember Rockin' Jock?
I do not. I think I missed this.
He doesn't remember MTV's Rockin' Jock, where they had like 5-point play shots on the No? Wow, we got to cue those up for Joe. We got to cue them up. We're showing our age here, Joe. Not a lot of 8-point plays, but you still want to teach. These are teaching opportunities for coaches when you're down, when you're probably not going to win the game. You still have to finish the game strong, and we know that's what Coach Anderson is talking about right now to her girls in the huddle. And for North Kansas City, play defense without fouling. Keep the man in front of you, secure the rebound. Let's get away with the win.
So with 22 seconds, we'll see what Oak Park decides to do out of the timeout and how North Kansas City responds. Ross with it. Ross is going to step back, take the three. Got it!
Clock continues to run. You got a foul.
And they foul Barlow with 13 seconds left. 5-point lead for North Kansas City. So now Barlow, the sophomore, will go to the free throw line.
Well, it's a great job by Ross, setting her feet off the screen, under control right here, and knocking it down. That's a big shot. 5-point game, still 2 possession.
Barlow misses the first one. She will get one more, though. Second one falls. 6-point lead. Ross with 11. Carter for 3.
Oh!
Carter knocks it down.
Oh, 1 possession game, you got a foul.
And a foul with 2 seconds left. They will send Macy Willman to the line.
Oh,
Oak
wow.
Park not going down without a fight.
They are, my goodness, look at Davis right here. Stepping up and knocking that one down. I'm sorry, Carter, not Davis. Knocking down that 3, and that was a deep 3, but just under 3 seconds remaining. You make one of these free throws, you probably ice the game.
And Willman makes it a 4-point game with 2 seconds left. It's a 2-possession game Macy Woolman, the junior, first team all-conference player, hits both free throws in the clutch. As Ross with 2, she'll put it up.
Oh,
Missed it. 52-47, North Kansas City getting the big win at home over Oak Park, and what a game this was.
absolutely great job from beginning to end by both teams, but it came down to who valued the ball, who took care of the basketball, and some big clutch shots for North Kansas City from Dee Newton.
A 52-47 victory. We'll be back for some final thoughts here on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. A 52-47 win for North Kansas City. Michael, what'd you think about this one?
That was a great job, especially Macy Willman for North Kansas City, finishing with 19 points, 5 boards, 2 of 5 from downtown, and Dee Newton having a phenomenal second half for the Hornets, finishing with 12 points and 7 rebounds. A big win at home here for North Kansas City.
Well, what a game one, and we're just getting started. Want to thank Xavier Brown and Delisha Anderson, as well as everyone at Oak Park and North Kansas City. Big thanks to Rick Willoughby and our outstanding crew. This is Joe Van Amberg saying so long. We'll see you here in just a few minutes for Game 2, Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Game 2 coming up next.